you know, is it about quality of players or quality of foreign players and not foreign players? League here will win and say, so far Kotoko, no more Kamara or a foreign player, no more Samba on there or a foreign player, no more Morifin Donzo or a foreign player. Kotoko the 8th. Hasufu can check cry. No more Utanga, no more Lenda, no more Hassan Yachin. It got to a level Hasufu come relegation. Sanso na ofa bribi etwemwa Kotoko konya ambela Kotoko benya emfege they won the league. House of Folk ebenya radio voka they won the league. In general, it is not just about foreign players, but it is about the quality of those foreign guys coming on board. Kotoko nya Ameture they won the league. Kotoko nya George Abegi Omunya Sonny Yakuba. We saw Yakuba and how he performed so well for Kotoko in the Confederation Cup. But even that, you cannot discredit the performance of Emmanuel Jemfi, Felix Anai, Maso Bako, Fatau Ishaku in that Kotoko team that played in the group stage of the Confederation Cup. And to general Mijitum say, in your foreign players before a league na efe eye kama ebebo ma league na kuyi. But any foreign player biya e duonimbo. Nti sejo ofo obi di se Morifin Donzo ne su bebrebe ukruma. Wo hwe obi di se Asana ya chena half for fa ba ne su bebrebe ukruma. Nti you don't just sign the player to pay him huge amount of money, but you sign quality. So wo hwe Ella Dojia na odem. Wo hwe Fabio Gama na odem. Wo hwe Yakuba na odem. Wo hwe Ametura na odem. Wo hwe Radio Voka na odem. Wo hwe Sambo na odem. Wo hwe Mbela na odem. But you go Kashala Ramos, I will call to Babi, now call Ligono, now call Adabraka, now call Adregano, park in a down south place, Nibibri. But because those players are not connected, because those players don't have those agents that are connected to the local clubs, only your opportunity. And the conversation of foreign. Eba beka league ni ho ye league papa bi e wo wi ase bia obo so bekom no na league ni controlled by the foreigners in the league. The kingpins in that league no obo so no more foreigners. Recently na even the PSL Mamelodi Sundowns etimia hold down some of the Bafana players are in Tennessee. Bafana opening about 8 starters or 7 starters in Mamelodi Sundowns, but even that check it. Players almost frabontin by or Mobeka Sundowns on performance or Modiama. She de Leonardo Castro mo, she Billy Atmo, she Gastin Soreno mo, she de Omodia Babeka team no. It is a Joe country biano. So when in Bob Bona Quabontia for foreign players, I uncle for foreign player bia, o coco for more money. So Oko for more money on level no from Adam conquer to him. Until look at the player that play for Chelsea or mere foreigners. Look at the players no more for us no more foreigners. Look at the players on board for Manchester United or mere foreigners. Obun say potentially someone with that leveler, potentially they have the talent to meet me and get it to the top. Until Kotoko has to come back no. And yet Oko sign foreign players are you know. Now team na ye dabi. Foreign players or monimbo. Tamaki si Boatin, Solomon Asante ni eje kobo. TP Mazembe no. No, your best players locally in a new opportunity to call Bontain. And here at the point was the best player for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Or boy, Harrison for Moko, Tunisia, or Mutimko SLA. No. They were not just because they were just foreigners. They were players and no more distinguished in the local game. And Koko boy. Into Kotoko has rise, no, the foreign players no be added something. But not just the foreign. But exceptional foreigners are. Omunim boche ye wahano. You know, you look at the scene. Atakumeko. Richmond Opoku on his way out. Into Oche system nima. So kwakunya a prolific striker. I'll be offer 15-20 goals and no crepa ye juma eligi moa. Obebre. Unless he a babe wie for na no mache bebrebe di ajigo kino. Obebre. Inti Oche Africa, no one should player. Who's our Bob? You are short of 10 to 15-20 goals a season. Now the number Mukwela, Mbela, Sonny Yakuba, you bring those people on board. No matter be changing everything. I'm a today no matter changing the conversation. So it is not just foreigners, but foreigners are munimbo. The same thing applies to the coaches. Your foreign coaches are munyadeo. Your baby ho. Almost coaching certificate now no modern system. Okona mo $2,000 on baba genoma benam. Ah, o genoma papa no ko. Inti ya was up for ni ho. Sanso ni local coaches almost more de bon so any. Inti in as much as I agree say. Yes, General. Yes, Obi antimi monto mom ko de nko kasa.
Rene heading there part of my house.
Oh, Mary.
Rene heading. My house 2 seasons. Dear part of my
yehu. So it has to do with leadership, direction. Yeah, boy, you know you team in any direction. Inti ye kwa ko match inti obi o be penny obenya coach bi adamfo obenya player bi adamfo bi na odena ba. Do you know not odena ba? Now how to folk there, you know, she foreigners aba has to folk in recent times. Papiche catch the house of folk so onim solution no ba bia press conference no Sergio Tragel Kenesu Asuhachi with the exception of Frank Nuttall. Now you're closer to winning the league and the Gaka top 4. Sergio Tragel, Papic, Matic, Sergio, Kenesu Asuhachi. Oh, they should be running heading here. You know, they just add up to numbers. They just add up to numbers. They don't maximize the talent of the players. They don't add quality or won't change anything. It is the usual Yakofa coach about a foreigner, and that's all. Inti media foreign coach ba and for it. But any foreign coach be a or be add something to the local game. Or be improve players. Because me carry the story of Lunateria and the other players of Fast Folk, Thomas Abe and the rest are. Nanka has a pam woman na. Emma Nuttall catch it almost say, or pursue ship players and son of my jom coin. Before Nuttall Ebecono, now sa players enough from villain to heroes, or has a folk team. And did you know any Bruni keke? But Bruno be added something to the game. Yeah. And you'll be a keke.
No, Bruno be added something to the game today. I know more about a cost.
Inti,
a super.
General, football, yeah, football, him. Tina Kotoko to me fat a coach from the German Bundesliga. That was in the 2000s. Yeah. In the year 2026, Nasi intimate fire coach from that level. They are in a body and address. Kotoko to me for former Chelsea coach nom the naba. In the year address a bit do level then we don't need to waste our time.
Former Chelsea coach?
Jans Potterfield.
Okay.
See any address say you know
that was Herbert Mensah.
Yes. See any address say a beko to sa level there. And you have training in matches now. We should forget about talking about clubs performing in Africa. Because that is the level of football now. I want a game they do. If you are not at the level of recruiting performance analysts, video analysts, forming a team out there to evaluate and analyze matches for coaches, you know, any ball you better than ABC more. Because your competitors and they are paying so much. You know, because Peter Chalulele a deal in 2 years $700,000. I want to do. And younger. Until Yemka Ali Ma Sandals.
Tanzania.
That is the level. It is a year and you see a bit do hodia. Then we should be ready to embrace Monday to Friday near training. Saturday near Kodakam, Sunday near Kobo match. Results will be about fantasy because I'm a game in the and the game no a honor do. Until that is the level. It is not just about foreign. Kotoko has fans now, my foreign. Mudi biaba moma bishida. Inti fa foreign o nimbo. And your foreign bia. Tinambo foreign for no munimbono. Fabio Gama, the moment he stepped up once and Yamasasa, that radio vocal guy was solid. Look at Sambo there. You know, teams in the far foreigners. League in the you know that all. Inti oh far foreigner for foreigners or munimbo. No mbabishi team nima. You know who say Sundowns so more a parody best 7-8 South Africa for them the bear 3 account. Sa train on the back who who's exceptional. Inti she TP medem be team no be dominate here no. Who near J Solomon Asante, Stopila Sunzu, Renford Maestro, the Master Calaba. Look at these 4 players, with the exception of New Year. No, Pierre, national team starter. Calaba was the brain behind Zambia team now. Omoje the Afcon. And Stupila Sunzu was the pillar at the back. That is the difference. I didn't know Obina at that level. So Asante, you don't start for the last time. It is a Jew. Oh, quack of fire, and yes, oh, Kofabi. But for 4 more money bomb, adding value. Among 4 be bomb with the Aqua Park. General, they are going all around now. Maybe someone say in Spain, still have more newspapers. In England, they still have newspapers. In Italy, they still have newspapers. In Germany, they still have it. We got Portugal record more, but you know, it has news are good. Kotoko Express is not in existence. Yeah, young any more computer munche Spain, England, Italy for. Yeah, for Spain papers need to know how the Catalan newspapers are pushing for that deal. You know, we are Julian Alvarez. Almost say Alvarez explode. The that's explode and explode in Spanish. You know, I imagine Barcelona supporter Bianam newspaper venture. I would love to have it and see the latest on Julian Alvarez. And yet because of internet, but when you say it is a pro Barcelona newspaper into a there was a certain quota. For sport to the end to snow. You know, a Hokra game not developed to that level. They still have newspapers. Until the argument of her internet into I won't buy it. Go internet no have to on more intricacy. Internet be and around the side there be intricacy. Oh boss one in a crowd, but they still have newspapers. We a sport. See William Alvarez say push it for the Barca deal. That is how the game let's see. Okoba, I'll talk about the other messages nearby. No referee Umar Atan.
Yes.
Obviously, who deserve say or deserve. Okoba, deserve.
Okoba, ever sounds and so Nafi, name say Mikel Obinze when Solano.
Mikel spoke as a fan.
Yeah, okay.
Mikel spoke as a fan.
Okoba.
Yes. And Jeff Diana about Jose Mourinho. Yes.
Jose Mourinho. Yes. Egos in Hunsen 79. Ever Hunsen Nafi Yedi Ato Edra. All right. Me call catch the Mickey na minima there what's going on. Nafi Omrana Omeboa ma Bibia enye kamaka. Enti andi uru anu esie ewo coaches, you know, foreign, local, foreign, side discussion. I'm saying, we don't see you on them. Oh, 1 year no. First year, nothing. You go transfers, no.
Now, Mr.
Okay.
Later in the day.
Okay.
Purposely to talk about the coaches. Players today, the end of me extend day.
Okay.
I think it's a year.
Yeah.
But for coaches today, I'll get time and talk about them. I can't cry about me the baby.
Okay.
Can be back later.
Okay.
And I'll still
no problem.
Okay, be back later now. Maybe can coaches me what you know. Your coaching there is extensive. It's just like the Anano coach Castro actually or Facebook. You know,
yeah.
Say why are fans not coming to stadium anymore? Extensive. You know, I think it's a maybe casa about the coaches. No?
Yeah.
Mentoaso. Okay. Obi say referee Omar Abdul Kader Akan who deserve say obey referee for the Super Cup na 18 year Barcelona. Do you know African referees enter new opportunities.
And as a treatment now, and in second America no, and a fee Uefa they compensating and I say the bad.
No, it is obvious the compensation.
Yeah.
It is obviously say a compensation.
It will be granted Gianni Infantino on pet idea.
Yes.
So UEFA episode no to say FIFA actually in Jansa na wa mwano nti omo mom na ebua papa no. I don't know.
The rivalry between UEFA and FIFA na de Omar aba biduru baabi a waduri. The politicking omo mienu play no. And na de Omar aba biduru baabi a waduri.
Emra okra na akodi match no. And I
celebrate you.
Oh yes, it's it. Wow. Yeah, here's a perform.
You know he will perform.
Yeah,
he will perform. Until the politics, I will FIFA and Alexander Sefrian and then Gianni Infantino and they do my baby drew baby away. Yinim the premise I didn't baby do how he was denied entry at Miami International Airport or Mama Engram because he came from Somalia. You know we ain't free man. social referee I can ask me and I may bear me say African referees enter new opportunities. In Timpempi, no, a ya near believe we say in your opportunity now we can do it. But Joe, FIFA World Cup started in 1930. In 1998, Enyema referee Said Bekola of Morocco the opportunity to be in the final. You know, he excelled. Oh, France 98. So World Cup final between Brazil and France. Near the Moroccan referee Ababejam, he excelled. And here now black referees, even in Europe, in the Premier League, in the Spanish La Liga, in the Serie A, the major top flight league, Obabe can Uefa into perspective. And here now blacks enter new opportunity when it comes to officiating. And Yadri say, yen Timmy and yet. Yadri say, left one to chair. Pastor Joe, referee ye can ask me. Ultimately, CAF Champions League final between Pyramid and Mamelodi Sundowns. Sundowns for players, Makumaku 8 and Kobo World Cup. I'm Kokobo World Cup. This is a referee. What officiating ever the Africa Cup of Nations. And did you know, every platform in Africa you expect a referee to perform. Referee no akwa perform ho. Oye ni su achida. He was a CAF men referee for the year 2025. And did you know idea be no here? The referee says salary for the World Cup in 2026. He was part of those referees. And he belonged to the elite. Were born in home within the African game. And don't you know your opportunity and they call World Cup no could see a kind, no could never try them for any of those teams obey them. And unfortunately, Fufian Twata, I didn't know a summer and back to the crew. In terms of performance or perform what platform be a general when you be. He only needed that opportunity elsewhere. Wakwa arrival, the Red Bull Salzburg Arena, hold a bubble between Aston Villa and Paris Saint-Germain. Said you, referees in Europe, Yenyi Zlavko Vincent, Francois Letizier, Clement Tepin, Michael Oliver, Dr. Felix Bridge, referee Daniel Mekele, Simon Moseniak, Mauricio Mrashiani, Marco Di Belli, Yenyi Omunsinchen. Even that, you know, opportunity near them the last time I boy UEFA Super Cup, no, or Giles Perino, Portugal ni referee on the day, you know what is so special about those referees? Then a moment so special. It is because they come from Portugal, and that's all. Omunya referees, Rebecca said, the creme de la creme of referees, just like the name that I mentioned. So for Blise Clement Pena, at the elite level, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Manchester City, Inter Milan, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. So at that level, no who said that be wait in mood or perform to that level. Vincent, you have mad Dortmund, near man Real Madrid, UEFA Champions League final, near man Argentina and Spain, World Cup final, near man Morocco versus Brazil at the World Cup. Into one in mood. But Joe, referee Daniel Sabiet. Now the Champions League final the last time, you know, DNY. What is so special? It is just opportunity near the man. It was just an opportunity. Obedi Arsenal any ATM. And penning for Roberto Rosette to realize that he's good. Let's give him the opportunity. Because referees now bear centered on certain people. The name that I mentioned. You know, even in the final, he committed an error. But he was allowed to go scot-free. Because he comes from Germany. The last but one, it was Sandro Scara. On the BD UEFA Super Cup. You know what is so special about those referees? And your opportunity and the platform has been given. So the referee will say, language, you know, I'll come brofu. Into what language, you know, the official language of FIFA or the official language of UEFA. What's a referee? What's it and son or what me, you know? You know, obey me and will be communicating. So what else? You know, so Kodi, no committee errors. It doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to be there. Clement Tepen, you who mistake or in the Barcelona against ATM. Top referees in a bomb, you know, now 1 or 2 errors in their game. Into me, who will continue to perform more African, undeserved the platform. And as I said, I've mentioned referees. What is so special about Sandro Scara and the referee João Penedo and referee Daniel Sabiet? What's special about them? They are just Europeans. They've been given the opportunity. It's yeah, part of the world in general referee. That's only the Champions League final. Arsenal ne PSG only the. You know what? Oh, share the household names in refereeing in Europe. Oh, share the elite or Basie. We saw Graham Paul giving 3 yellow cards to 1 referee at the World Cup. But still, but England refused an opportunity. We saw the mistake Anthony Taylor committed. Alejandro Hernandez who mistake obey with the European Championship. But still, the opportunity Momudi. And you know the fact that a free African does not mean he doesn't deserve it. I think, sir, it is something that we need to support it and we need to appreciate it. Kuwait for fan after the see World Cup no man. Top line about in Kuwait, Okodi he assert. And I'm expecting him to assert the rules of the game. I only agree the platform is different. I only agree, sir. Only baby the European terrain. Onru baby a yaman and match samanedi. Passejo, senka ye clear no. And no man opportunity in entry at the Miami International Airport. I said, Joe referees no how call World Cup. Could be the match. Yeah. For me, in as much as they say confederation be better, I could do baby, especially when it comes to club football. No, I feel said he will make Africans proud. Wow.
Now, young coach Sterling, talk sports, also there will be massive clash of egos. Mourinho, Mbappe, Vini Jr. and others. Some who are Madrid.
So here, Jeffa, or come from experience, and it did one. You know, a coach in my Capello, Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Otmar Hitzfeld, Giovanni Trapattoni. And again, no transition here from elite managers, no. Now look Picahon. A transition from Harry Redknapp, Vone, and level, a Babedru, Jose, Pep Guardiola, Klopp, Rafael Benitez. And now Ferguson, the Jumane talk kakra alongside those names that I mentioned. In Europe, the game transitioned from those coaches to Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, and then Jose Mourinho. And to Sobiashaya, the last manager who was part of the elite. Osama Beruemu in the new era in terms of coaching and dominance. Carlo Ancelotti. Now for 3 managers here, Sergio. Ancelotti, winning the last Champions League. AC Milan or Athens in 2007. Obeji the next one in 2013-2014 were Portugal. It taken 7 years.
Okay.
After the 2013-2014, a sad Che Emba Carlo Ancelotti go close to 8 years and son of Obeji the 3rd Champions League, the 4th Champions League. Offer Pep Guardiola, Genoa, or winning the first 2 Champions League. Baku or Wembley, Baku was Stadium Olimpico di Rome. That was 2011. You know, Pep Guardiola back in 2021, 2022, they call and Pep Guardiola bed here with Inter Milan and then Manchester City. Sergio, also it taking close to 12 years. And son of Pep was in a 3rd Champions League. Carlo they were teaching their Barbie drew 5. So far Jose Mourinho. Jose, so last time I win the Champions League was Santiago Bernabeu was 2010. It be seen there. 16 years down the line, Jose Mourinho ain't win the Champions League. Until Jose is searching for his 3rd Champions League. So far Mourinho, Obia or you're part of the game, ni Bia so Joe on any issues. Obia and Century 4 referees, fans, coaches, and players. It is I ready. You know, Mourinho against fans and way back at the J Arena, it was Manchester United against Juventus, and Mourinho way to the fans. Inti me chia Mourinho di.
Mourinho is out to na so
inti. Also omunye dede nemo. Omunye dede mo. Yes. Ti Mourinho. The issue with fans ne bakuni. Ya fa me call New Camp na ko he Barcelona.
Mourinho na no in the name.
Also omunyembo. Inti me chia Mourinho ni issues a wonya as a coach. Inti fans e de no and I know o hwe bie. Now, Oko New Camper, Obia kai the 2010 game, yes. You know Mourinho no. We saw Jose against France. And I just say him.
We know him.
We a new camp. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. Now Vitor Valdes say catch and some monko. Oh, or church team, you know who. That was the day that Catanaccio survived at the new camp. Because bola Barcelona boy or man team winning match we are. You pick a goal and go and stand here about Barcelona free man. You know because of football in your fair. The Jose Mourinho against France.
We know that no.
No chance or no about the show.
Okay.
Group stage Barcelona say Inter Milan.
Okay.
It drew knockout stage in or we need 3-1. It was San Siro. And I have obey lose 1-0 to Barcelona.
Okay.
And Ottawa Chocolate Champions League. That was the last time Jose won the Champions League.
Okay.
Into Mourinho against France no ebili. You know, Mourinho against France ya the Anusia. Then you talk about Mourinho against coaches. Just because of the things I just did be. Ordinance ko wo coach yani.
Yeah.
In the El Clasico. O ye no free wa. Na o Tottenham Hotspur no. Na o bomb match against Chelsea. O se Lampard so dey gina ho ache do metna say na Lampard win anyway. That is Jose Mourinho to coaches as well.
Now no videos.
What's it?
No videos. O se Lampard onye hwe.
And you o gina ho ache do match no mo ball. I say o person o kire say o ye bibi won so onye hwe so you should come and sit down. Yeah, put your pen there out there shame. That is Jose Mourinho for you. Or call to the level of Cocachi Liverpool for one so Marco years or Muntimin ye or Champions League to many person quality. Ewo abroad question 2-0 Ewo Anfield.
Yeah.
That is Jose versus coaches and then fans. Jose Mourinho after conceding that goal Ewo Anfield.
Obviously coaches then one cast Wenger then on my uncle.
Specialist in football. No, yeah. We started the whole program by Jose. The whole program will be Jose.
Yeah. Young quaders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two referees. Jose Mourinho and a coca say Barcelona ne Chelsea match no. Oh referee and this freak. Say oh Basa mpenimfo ni run the dressing room no nim de omkoye. Referee Michel Lobos. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Anfield. Liverpool Chelsea 1-0. It was Luis Garcia. And a goal. Mourinho friend the ghost goal.
Yeah.
Or see go no who be than a go near some and trala and a referee Michel Lobes. You know. Lampard the other.
Also Kazaka
now on your way. Yes.
On one player, the coach.
The player man perform you know. What's our metanasi? Now what you know what you do on your you know. He's an institution on its own.
Yeah.
Jose an institution on its own. So that is Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the Petito Vanaloba there no. That is Jose Mourinho to Frank James Lampard. Now you know again Mourinho to referees.
Yeah.
So Kai Olusu Europa Cup final to Sevilla.
Yes.
A coin of fast to chase referee Anthony Taylor.
Yeah.
That is Mourinho for you.
Otuano airport.
It's how much?
Okay.
And a car park, maybe a referee car park.
Car park.
Anthony Taylor and Pimra. That is Jose Mourinho for you.
Now you want me to win in Hamre, eh?
Oh,
yeah.
That is Jose Mourinho for you. Jose Mourinho, Anthony Taylor, or car park after. And defeat to AS Roma in the Europa Cup.
If you were middle table teams going to be coaching.
Yes, it was a conference league.
Yes.
Enti Clement Pensunya and the first or Turkey. And no cast a yen and one pass within a split second. Referee me who penalty sabe who is so pejan so be red card. That is Jose Mourinho. Enti he's a complete package. Enti general Jose so ne referees there no. Enti mama coaches, fans and referees. Now come to players. Jose Mourinho
mama nyina wo haka krebi. Na watwa yensu Jose Mourinho and se mo ka se wo to aso aka wan hwe a no numbebo na yeda ho eka Jose Mourinho obo enjoy no keke. Mikel Obi is acting like a man suffering from broken hearts. He explains himself to everyone he meets along the way. A win for Arsenal is a pain in the heart of Mikel Obi, a player who couldn't string 3 passes forward. By the way, who told Mikel Obi that Arsenal made any contacts for Vini Jr.? Arsenal have better and quality wingers who show up any day than Vini. The last time Arsenal met Madrid in the UEFA Champions League, Vini couldn't get 20 touches in both legs, while Bukayo Saka was scoring goals. Which serious club will choose Vini when he has Saka? We Arsenal fans take Mikel Obi and Evra as comic relievers. All right. Sledge and the way and so Abba. What's it? Tibia Manapa. All right. Yebaso.
Saka Uba, Vinicius Junior. Now Vinicius or Arsenal says, yeah. Saka says, she Vini number and cry home by German. Vinicius, why Bukayo Saka? Now, as no team, Papa invincible, so the crown. Vini will start, and he will be one of the biggest boys in that team.
Wow.
Player Ben has 2 goals in the Champions League final. Player Ben had FIFA best. He shouldn't compare a team or pressure news to a team that is supposed to deliver 100% in every game. You know.
All right. Sledge, freedom of writing.
The United want to be fast one attacking.
What means attacking? I'm in my editing. Who's walking guy?
Mikel at the point was playing as number 10. Mikel has won everything. Mikel spoke as a supporter well anyway. Until Sledge spoke as a supporter. But I shouldn't compare Bukayo Saka to Vinicius Junior. Our team not Leandro Trossard now Koeno. A Martinelli in the ball team.
Okay.
Ezine Odegaard the mon for Munko baby a minimum level on the one.
I see.
Obo Madrid that they be also 100%. The whole 80 crore monthly.
Okay.
You know.
Wow. Okay. Enti yentu so eba so na fi ye de no so time no kakra aka ho. Yenwe Jose Mourinho de no. Na ye drew he for players ana. But say we coaches.
Coaches you but what the man show video na open.
Okay.
Referee Anthony Taylor versus Jose Mourinho.
Okay.
Your man for enjoy kakra. You know they be person ko 14 7 na work.
In 7 okay. All right.
It's a fucking disgrace, man. Ni Rossetti è stato capace di dire che non è. Ni tu sei stato capace. Fucking cruz. Non hanno tutta vergogna nella puta faccia. It's a fucking disgrace, man.
Oh, a disgrace, man. We are not to see referee chief Roberto Rossetti. So
one tell me be referees in one or Rashi was that?
No, say you know the one say stadium there.
Yeah.
Pempi referees in a dressing room.
Okay.
And it is closer to the dressing room, so I obvious say.
And
Jose Mourinho against referees. Yeah, if I could you see against press. Now and some of my players in so dear way. Jose ne in Central Force, you know, and also the TV issue. Also, no, what Premier League titles, me and son, and no, they tell wow, hey, Jose Viano on your screen or Kesben TV on Facebook, Kesben TV on YouTube. That is Mourinho for you. Or say what EPL me and son, so they should show him respect. The only coach of Premier League, you know, what me League Libya can know Pep Guardiola. Or no cry EPL 3 titles. So they should show him respect. Or you know, Chifa, so not to do.
Listen, Jovo.
Aye. Anyway, you're in Sana.
Yeah.
Meaning, so wait me a biam yet.
Okay.
You know that what was the result? 3-0. 3-0. Do you know what this means? 3-0. But also mean 3 premierships, and I won more premierships alone than the other 19 managers together. 3 for me and 2 for them. Respect, man, respect.
3 for me, 2 for them.
Yes. That is Jose.
Yeah.
He's a complete package.
19 coaches now put together.
Yes. Omaji 2 ononkwa omiensa. And they should show him that respect. That is Jose dos Santos Moreno by Felix. Ononediano. And Moreno will be obia on the chefa. Into way and central for the no. Okay. Now you know I am to the players and a story in our. Moreno and ups and downs when it comes to coaching, especially from the field outside the field. Now to players. Me can't question. So she FC Pota or my deco be big. And my Barcelona chisi deco sa. Inti the Javi Iniesta Lionel Messi combo a bit changing everything in Barcelona. But within the Barcelona team, proud to the Champions League final, it was Stade de France between Arsenal and Barcelona. Oka Ronaldinho Samuel Eto'o. The next player Obeka was Deco. Jose the man Deco ye obebia. Min kan country Didier Drogba, Michael Essien, John Terry, Ricardo Carvalho. Jose Momo ye big. Okwe Inter Milan, an old age team anu bia ni jidie bia obomu. Any place anan krofo tu omagu. Esteban Cambiaso, Walter Adrano Samuel Eto'o. Or just a place in by Inter the conquer European game. Or my those guys by here big. It's from Christian Kivu, Julio Cesar, Bayern Forja Lucio Quine, what are some Remaded for Jana Quine, Christian Zanetti. You know, my team the by here thick. And that was the peak of the Catanaccio in the Italian game. If we on Italy for him back view in the Champions League, you see Bombay big. But say Joe, his move to Real Madrid, a honor Jose Cha senior issue with players. Real Madrid is a political club. Your players are almost free the Castilla and the Baye. No more to be barber graduating, no more barber to the level of being a captain. No more Sabaye winners until at age 18. Iker Casillas was good enough to be at the Champions League final. Until why big. Opa be a captain. Just first game in the El Clasico conceded 5. The next one also obeying the draw. It just says close to the gap between Madrid and Barcelona. Nothing because of the Barcelona team. But on a game against Barcelona at the Mestalla Stadium and then Ronaldo Pim head and share in the Copa del Rey. You know, Drew Babino, no more no didn't Tawantawa Babeto Barcelona. Any Real Madrid fans, players and them. And Tino didn't saw Tito Benaloba, Diano. Into Drew Baby, none some echo was Spain, they say. Real Madrid the 4 Babe Bobola. Omo line up no elikiwa bonten. Ni nyina ne say Iker Casillas eyire eyensen training. Nti ekoba say Iker Casillas mum e de list no anasa squad no emma ne wife. Na the wife e de ato baby a na nkrofo ka and Moreno was not happy. Again Casillas body bonne chance say ba fam. And you know awuni Moreno. No kofa Diego Lopez by. Afi matches no rotate to omo Casillas intimi nya bi na bio the Saint Ike na je no nya bi na bio and Moreno say inyan issues. It drew baby he openly criticized Cristiano Ronaldo ewo Madrid team dim Karim Benzema nya ne de other players like Sergio Ramos nya omo de into the key figures within the Madrid team and far Jose. After winning the league title, struggling to make it to the Champions League final, just so oko baby and any beje, baby or mo beje no, in free Madrid and oko Chelsea back. Oko ya de. Osaba Manchester United obenya an issue with Luke Shaw, Anthony Martial and Paul Abilipoba. Inti at the training grounds. Popo be chia ohun Moreno ana je no san ho wancha na okochi a nipa ogina nchen. I wish I can get the videos. Mourinho so enti Michael Carrick na watch Popo Baachia no was son Mourinho who akɔkyia the next person. Mourinho openly any anye the performance Popo ba put to the app e Manchester United on any issues. Inti Mourinho one coach here. You know, from then when you issues with players, on one openly criticizing players. Initially, time was started, you know, no any issue with players. No, my ordinary players ever big in the market. Now, you know, I feel Jose Mourinho was sure there from Ensema to Tunhunya because opportunity now one in recent times it is Vicente Del Bosque, Jupp Heynckes, and Carlo Ancelotti. And etimia kwa omasayaba. In the olden days, it was Leon Ben Hakamu and any other opportunity back. Now Ancelotti nya chance back no obeji Champions League miensa with Madrid. I know Jose for one thing. In as much as he has struggled in recent times, he's the man for the difficult occasion. Adumani dino be a jam to an hour of Mourinho aba, he get the job done. 18 years with Sport to normally Champions League Obeje. Grow to 45 years with Inter Milan normally Champions League Obeje. 50 years na Chelsea in League Obeje. That is Jose Mourinho for you. Into what the additions aba. Me jitum say Javi Alonso na issue as to how Obem manage the Vini, Kylian Mbappe story, Jude Bellingham, Federico Santiago Babadi issue. But you know, emo bia so refuse. Players no ya omutimi hwe coach kro di na touch line. And oma misbehave. Javi Alonso na ni mo ha. A brilliant player, an intelligent one indeed. But you know he wasn't a prima donna. Okay. And managing those players no ya na edin. Jose Mourinho was managing big egos. One ya issue with big egos. But you know the opportunity at Madrid, the Madrid no, onya sa opportunity bill. Okay. Carlo had that opportunity to win 3+2 to make it 5. This is a perfect opportunity for Jose. Say General, the ball is in his court. And Uni Mourinho or the guy is never and the one who plays no the Omabano. And one and you know on one power by now I quite concentrated because the opportunity of Fiorentino Perez the Amano will be a money bill. And see, I think Jose Mourinho he will be circumspect as to how he addressed those players. And the players will be careful to Jose too because they do. Jose they are bench with Vini. Obina resource. Take it from me. Mono yes I coach is now. Oh yeah, big no bench. In some classical he was playing Callejon ahead of big name players. But no one resource. So that is Jose Mourinho for you. And I think you know Jose a lessons. And the only problem. You know, be careful as to how he managed this guy because things have changed. All right. It me sure so was 3 elections. Tina make us or buy on one part, you know, a casa crown to Josebi. All right. On one part, casa crown to Josebi. I think so was 3 elections because opportunity one year on your view. Okay. Now to
Yaba Madrid ni enyanwie ho Madrid enyanwie ho kra yebe ba kwa na menu bi di akambre no eko ye papa no bi busa say Hendrik on wasting the time of Madrid. I know I'm forcing a way out, and I'm pay loan be and because Obetra bench watches, and I'm for Eka. And Sana Kukurea and Mendes. Okay. Yenya no so crazy, and Sana acquire other issues. Okay. Mamin share comments ka crazy abanafi yentwaso and fa do seriously. Your guy Andy low key disrespects Arsenal always. When he talks about Arsenal, which big boy which big boy will take Madrid to 6 seasons trophyless? When last did Vini even show up after his Ballon d'Or snub? He should respect the Invincibles. Vini wouldn't even survive in that area. He should keep on disrespecting Arsenal. Our time will come soon in Europe. So, Edway Ifriku Foridua and Abre. A player can win every trophy, but that doesn't make him better than another player who hasn't won any trophy. Football is not a one-man game; it's a team sport. Can we say Ferran Torres is better than Haaland or Lewandowski because Torres won the World Cup? Kofi Nedi Wefi broadcasting and so Abraham. Why is Andy trying not to say Mourinho was sacked at Real Madrid. He didn't leave on his own. He was sacked. Kofi, broadcasting Accra, Unaudi, and so Abebomde Amaye. All right, clearly, Andy is talking from emotions. In the days of the Invincibles, do you think Vini will play in that Madrid team? If no, then Andy should come again. David Edway Efri Brekum and Abraham and Don Ashtown. The way you are happy enjoying Jose Mourinho's skirmishes in football, I can boldly say that he's your all-time best coach football has given you. Always. He's an amazing person. Anyways, he's an amazing person to enjoy any day, any time. Don Ashtown. Also, Apigabre. No. Jose Mourinho is football's ultimate provocateur. He called Wenger a voyeur, gave the infamous handcuffs gesture against referees, and once celebrated by sprinting down the Old Trafford touchline after Porto eliminated Man U. Love him or hate him, Jose Mourinho doesn't just manage football. He creates drama, commands attention, and makes every victory unforgettable. AB of Mania Senior High School, Moro Market. Don't swap Jade Abreye. No. All right. Kakrebi Enso Enfri Hamra Nafi Yentwaso Enfa Emamo Kesben Television Kesben 3.3 92.9 Accra DSTV 364 Go TV 121. Okay, but Cristiano Ronaldo might have won the Ballon d'Or before joining Real Madrid. Jose Mourinho made him the unstoppable beast we are all witnessed, or we all witnessed. I remember Jose Mourinho boycotting FIFA awards because he thinks Ronaldo deserved it better than any other player. Tactical Orlando and assigned the way the Abekayensa Sledge Unyai typing in our my program. Vini met Arsenal at the highest stage of club football. What did he do? And he must not also speak like a Vini fan, but analyze the impact of Vini and Saka in their respective clubs. You can't use FIFA best to analyze quality because Thierry Henry, upon all his phenomenal performances, achievement, was robbed of FIFA best player. What did Madrid win with all that pressure? Andy must come again. Nana Sledge or say until once you tom. Okay, Chinaman Edway Efri Ashaiman Zongolaka Kujo Ashaiman Zongolaka Edway Yaba or say please what about Jose and Eva Canero? All right, into Yemfa and also NCH. And we know about do me up on Sima Ediono back home. You other messages, more videos and so Andy, minimum so person my comment here.
Me address it.
Okay, so addressing.
Oh, me quick. Me expand.
Okay.
Team Freddie Lumberg bomb on left side of the way, so see Vinicius Junior and start to invisible. Freddie Lumberg. Now Freddie Lumberg, you don't have Freddie Vinicius Junior. Again, what I said about Vini, we're just fat. It has nothing to do with emotions. Arsenal players no more. Vini against Bayern Munich, Keke. Which of those players now step up to that level? Again, Obisi after Vini and Timmy and Ballon d'Or on step up. Or Real Madrid versus Benfica in the Champions League last season. Or Manchester City versus Real Madrid in the Champions League last season. You should go and watch those matches. And general, why were people trolling Arsenal say Vini the Omojiska? Because of the level of Vini. Bukayo Saka, the 16 goals now, watching the season, Vini, when you're the bad seasons, and just an ambassador. He's just a beast. They shouldn't worry themselves. Vini or Arsenal, the Premier League, and Kabesi, obeying the hype the media will give to Vini Senko Arsenal. The Arsenal fans know. Let's not discount the credit of Vinicius Junior. I ask a question. How many of those Arsenal players have 2 goals in the Champions League final? Obi the Ferran Torres, by example. Vini was the protagonist of that team. I say Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. He was the protagonist of that team. On the bench in Ufrechi, he was decisive, and Vini has stepped up. You know, he's the all-time top assist in the Champions League for Real Madrid. Check from Puskas to Zinedine Zidane to Mesut Ozil. He deserves respect. Now, who said
Jose Mourinho was signed from Real Madrid? Jose was never sacked. It was a mutual termination of contract. Tactical Orlando.
I was not even talking about sacking of Jose.
Okay.
I was talking
about be the buy. So be the buy.
You could feel broadcasting that Massimo American or Becanta say Jose Yapamon.
Okay.
I was not talking about sacking of Jose. I was talking about the Jose connection with other parts of the game in America.
Jose Mourinho once threw his medal into the stands, and a journalist asked him why he threw the medal. Jose responded, "I don't keep second place medals like Arsene Wenger. I mean, there, Brazil."
You know, Cucurella, Hendrik has no business seeing at Madrid.
Okay.
There be also because so only players like Kylian Mbappe, who has been the top scorer for the Real Madrid in 2 seasons, a player competing for Ballon d'Or every season, the all-time top scorer at the World Cup. So when they competing for a sporter, you know, to what dream now you be more. Inti minimum sama Hendrika kache and a Jose Mourinho kache Hendrika. I'm gonna hope say Chichi or better Madrid team. Manchester United by Aston Villa by. I think those areas and competing or even back to Lyon. Cause Lyon, I think Saint Kenyama be working their man. I disagree with Hendrik say Genoa or say Madrid build because Madrid has for a young striker who plays like Didier Drogba, Ababe Kanahu. And Gonzalo Garcia Crow more minutes last season. I don't know Hendrik why he want to stay. Minimum sama Jose Akacheno. But Semen may advise Hendrik Felipe Dia Kajidra with the potential. I think so. Kobe be obeying more playing time and Kabe Buana Manima Tinyakoyi. Fela Mendy. Do you know Fela Mendy last season? Time a season never started. He was the 3rd choice left back. Frank Garcia, Alvaro Carreras. And Obien who said Madrid left back a whole key. And a Javi Alonso cover Alvaro Carreras from Benfica by. Season is starting. Now Fela Mendy the 3rd choice left back for Real Madrid. A Drew be a more deal mupo be a man stop Michael Olise or no cover and buy. It is a ocean profile as a player now. You know, he's defensively solid. Actually, no give him ampere and a. But the most unfortunate for him, they say, in as much as Jose gives so much attention to defensive attribute, you know, he will be competing with a player or both attacking and the defensive attribute as well. Obi and ding Marco Cucurella. You know, you who in the Champions League, you who won the World Cup. So you'll be out the boat son who are bebre. Into the Jose Pedro or the Bemano. And meaning, sir. Junior Calafat and Fiorentino Perez, obviously, said you, Omombe consulted Jose Mourinho before the signing of Marco Cucurella. She cannot fella men the Mojiji or Madrid need the whole free thing. But said you, I know he'll be competing sometimes, he'll be giving some minutes. Alvaro Carreras in Po, season is 30 as you know, and you're bad until the second half of the season. Game no do that peak, you know, and I want to be, and I fella men is back. So he will stay and he will compete, but you know, unless something incredibly happens. And yes, sir, Marco Cucurella, or you'll be at the just and Anopay, Enna, or ne Sergio Diaz, or ye part of Fernando Heldago agency, no, and I didn't know, or Mukoko PM, Atletico Madrid training ground. A brand team is so Jabruta. ATM for some when you're ready for conversation, bia. Until the end of buyer. Or more than a call a stress test or them Marcos Llorente and the Alex Banner. Or when you're ready for any conversation, that's the time and the room. Or when you're ready for any conversation, because a brand no contract. Say Barcelona, a person or mobile fan, they should come pay their release clause and go away. Barcelona saw somebody 20 million back 100 now. But you know, Diego Simeone and Obian will say we're breaking guys for 2 days until they will be back tomorrow. On Wednesday, probably and Obina chance I catch the coach, you know, say but say Joe ATM from J Marin President Enrique Cerezo almost stands here clear. Ubetia release clause na now call. Abrantin ye the obebia, and those things are very common with FC Barcelona. Players ne person omo Barcelona je no adon mo ye kokwasa. Debele banko training. Griezmann the same thing. Francesc Fabregas the same thing. Let's see say Julian Alvarez be pushy na wonya ne move to Barcelona is smoother or the patapa be fam no push you to make sure say e also omutie no wa be ball am and he feels he want to move to a different pedestal. They should allow him to leave. Na yen hwe se Barca nso e be top with the amount of money ama bibia timi akọ. Ibedi kanka say with Alvarez you have a personality, you have quality, and you have a player to change game within a split second. Into oba bejina Barca ni mo adino a bibia be solid e dey Barcelona going forward. And Hansi Flick team no will be too tough, you know. Be tough customers to teams in European football and the Spanish La Liga.
Dr. John Tua Ewo 41.
Okay.
Doctor say, Avaziano or can want some says Joe. So now if players can force themselves out of their clubs, even under contract, then what's the essence of contracts in the first place? I don't really get it. Dr. John Tua. 41. Yeah.
Doc, enuntina oba Spain oba Thomas Teh party obi an who into call the Royal Spanish Football Federation. Now this is na we need the 500 million euros. Into call ya now this is na day. No akodo akutia. And no one no beba be body amount. Again, Neymar da Silva Santos Junior. PSG for call ya no mko 222 no and a Neymar call. Into general contract ni wo ho, but it is the reason why in here what clauses in the contract ni sign we are yetimi sign will be 4 years 5 years 7 years no they are contract ni say Barcelona for Barca omo pemia munya me mamenko se Champions League team bi Barca omo pemia munya me mamenko enu nti na obi tu team de share contract ni say se metime boa mo ma mo gi Champions League ya misika no muntum se metime boa mo munya Champions League qualification a misika ne muntum se metime boa mo e ma meji goal kia misika ne muntum eti general contract ne wo ho years ne wo ho but there are clauses binding to the contract enti oba na ye de asem Pedri odi onini 1 million euros se team bi ba so opewa ene na wo so otua enye sa uni chance a wo de beko enti sa na Julian Alvarez de no tie 500 okona kotua you are good to go. It is a Joe contract ne de wo 5 years 7 years but Joe your termination clause your other clauses within contract say club na e ba be pe won for failure e wo so omonsu general omutimitua enti Alexander Isaac from San Sebastian back to St James or see training no one yet but Newcastle United 14 as who said that be munya they are then you should pay this amount of money for the player e be a player no enka or train ho a e bia mu betu akitwa bi but the moment of betu atu and sika ne double up say the be almost come market a omo beja replacement the aba so look at the amount of money for Griezmann Sika Barcelona tua for Ousmane Dembele because Dembele tia our uncle training Fabregas uncle training Griezmann's uncle training it is an situation
Asian yes Michael from France to Chelsea.
Yes.
He did say
pushing the way through from Lyon to Chelsea. Into class and
the home trip me Kaipa Coutinho.
Oh yes.
From Liverpool.
Emma coach in a great guy cast someone on to be free team.
Yes.
You're in club cast someone on Philippe Coutinho be free team.
Drusa level.
Yes, it was our level. No. Julian Alvarez or Manchester City or no Pep Guardiola. Echo catch there and say, "Oh man, he be body but he want to move to Spain to enjoy his football." Unfortunately, Enzo Fernandez the said you also nyamaro de beko akotra. Team be o madu bi ama be fado. That is the situation. Enti contract no doc, contract no ho. But within the contract you onyema bebrebe. Enti enye you sign player 7 years, 8 years anya no nko a. Obi o ho team the same say oh. E bi am release clause here 500 million euros. But obi the 150 bad here o say jama oko. Inti contract na enyema bebrebe na entail within the contract. Inti general players say omo push you omo move to other clubs there. Start yenye.
Okay.
Na
Dr. John Tua, doctor of pharmacy. Well, being to say, you know.
Yeah.
Aye. Yo, please let Andy know that Vinny isn't bigger than Arsenal. And Arsenal have had better players than Vinny. Bright Brekum Nediweyaba. Freddie Ljungberg was in the Arsenal team that whipped the Madrid team of 2006, comprising Zidane, original Ronaldo, David Beckham, Kaká, and all the best players in the world at the Santiago Bernabeu. And they should go and watch the performance of Ljungberg before he degrades him. Vinny, in his best form, couldn't have even fit in that Arsenal 2006 team. How much more the Invincibles? Nana Sledge.
I was a